Hello students, welcome to the class. I hope you have given your exam well. You are also well, keeping fine, enjoying the time with family. Let's continue our classes. We will continue with chapter 2. What is your chapter 2? Latitudes and longitudes. So first take your book. Take the book. Take page number 9. Page number 9, you have got latitudes and longitudes. In this chapter, we are going to learn about latitudes and longitudes. These are imaginary lines which we see drawn on the globes, and these lines are imaginary, not in really. They are there so that we can easily find or locate a place on the earth or on the globe. So let's continue. We'll go to the first paragraph. A globe is a three-dimensional model of the earth. Now, I hope you must have seen globe, maybe in school. Now you are not in school, maybe in previous class your teacher must have shown you, or you must have seen somewhere else. If not seen, you can see in the picture. In reality, a globe is a three-dimensional model of the earth. So it is representing earth, a model of the earth, three-dimensional. Three-dimensional means you can see on the globe length, you can see the breadth, you can see its height also, which you can't see on a piece of paper. No? It is only two-dimensional. But a globe is three-dimensional model. We can see their height, width, okay, and length. Earth is a sphere. We know that earth is in spherical shape, okay, and the globe is sphere too. So it is a true representation of the earth. So globe is a true representation of the earth. Globe is also spherical, earth is also spherical. You know what is spherical? Somewhat like round, not total round. Both the sides bulge, and up and down it is flattened. Okay. So earth rotates on its axis. So earth is rotating on a axis. In the same way, the globe also has got a point where on which it rotates. The globe also rotates on its mounted on its axis. So there is a line on which the earth is rotating, and same way the globe is also formed somewhat like that. Okay. The rod on which the globe rotates represents earth's axis. So now this like this on which the globe is moving. So this rod is representing the earth's axis. Alright. Now, the axis is an imaginary line passing through the center of the earth on which it rotates from west to east. Now, this line of the globe is imaginary. In reality, if we go to the space, there is no line on which the earth is moving. It is little tilted, not straight. थोड़ी सी झुकी हुई है, little tilted. That's why an imaginary line is put, the earth's axis. It is also imaginary line, okay. It is so a imaginary line. The axis is also an imaginary line on which the earth is rotating, moving. Which direction it is moving? West to east. We have to always keep in mind west to east. So this is your east, this is your west. So it is moving west to east. Alright, anti-clockwise. Clockwise is like this, but it is moving anti-clockwise. Okay, that's why we see the sun rising in the east, because the earth is moving from west to east. Alright. So two things I have told you. Axis is an imaginary line. So axis is what? Imaginary line on which the earth is rotating. Alright. There are two ends of the globe. One is on the top, another is on the bottom. Okay. One top is North Pole, another top is your South Pole. So, like this imaginary line is there. Again I am drawing, and you have a globe here. So this and this. This top, upper top is your North Pole, and down is your South Pole, which is told you in the paragraph also, na? In the paragraph it is told, there are two ends. Two ends are there of the globe. On the top you have North Pole and on the bottom you have got South Pole. So the axis is not vertical but it is tilted at an angle. So this line is not straight. No, it's not straight. It is little tilted at an angle. Alright. So we have learnt in this that globe is a true model of the earth, three-dimensional, representing earth, okay, and it is tilted or it is situated on an imaginary line which is called as axis, on which the globe or the earth is rotating. So that line is also imaginary line, not a real line, and it shows the earth is not straight, it is little tilted. So that axis is also tilted at an angle. Understood? And the two ends of the globe, one is in the north, you have North Pole, and one is in the south, is your South Pole. So I write here axis is an imaginary line on which earth is rotating. Rotating means moving. So this is your axis. Alright. So we have learnt about axis. Next we have to know about the location of different places of the world. The geographers chose some lines to be drawn on the earth, east and west, north and south directions. Now if you have to find a place on the globe or on the earth, it's very difficult because it is in round shape, spherical shape. So what geographers did, they drew some imaginary line, some vertical imaginary line that is running from north to south on the globe, and some horizontal lines running from east to west on the globe, imaginary lines. Okay, not if we go really on the space, we don't have those lines on the earth. So they have drawn this imaginary line so that we can easily locate a place. You can see this on the paragraph number 2 on page 9. Go to page number 9. It is written, to know about the location of different places. If you have to find a different place on the globe, on the earth, we use these imaginary lines, latitudes and longitudes. Okay. Then these lines are drawn on globe being on the model of the earth. These lines form a pattern which is called a grid that cuts each other at right angle. So these lines on the globe present the model of the earth, and these lines pattern is called grid. Now grid is what? Now this pattern of line, this horizontal and vertical lines, grid. Okay. Now when we draw these vertical lines, okay, these are like longitudes, imaginary, and these horizontal, they form a pattern of squares. Can you see? Now this pattern cutting each other, here they are cutting each other. This intersection of latitudes and longitudes is forming a pattern that is called your grid. See, in the box it is given, grid is a pattern of regularly spaced horizontal and vertical lines. So grid is a pattern of vertical lines and horizontal lines. So a pattern is made of some boxes and lines are cutting each other. So grid is a pattern of horizontal lines, that is your latitudes, and vertical lines, that is your longitudes. Clear? Regularly spaced horizontal lines and regularly spaced vertical lines. So that was about your grid. So we have completed paragraph 1 and paragraph 2. So grid is a, what is grid? If I ask you what is grid, so you will say grid is a pattern of regularly, you have in your book also, spaced, horizontal and vertical, horizontal and vertical lines. Now this is your grid. So grid is pattern of regularly spaced, horizontal and vertical lines. Clear? Next, third paragraph on page number 9. An imaginary line which goes round the earth and is equidistant from poles to call the equator. Now equator, if we draw the globe, this is an imaginary line in the center of the earth, dividing the globe into two equal parts. Okay, so this is always shown with a bold line, bold line, maybe red color or little dark color. Okay, you can see in your picture also. See, in this picture it is bold line. The equator is shown with a bold line. Okay, the equator divides the earth into two equal parts. So two equal parts it has divided. The north is called your northern hemisphere. I will write here hemisphere. And in the south it is called southern hemisphere. Alright. So it is divided into two parts, northern and southern hemisphere. Okay. So that is your third paragraph. So third paragraph is about equator. I would write it here also. It is equator. This is called as 0 degree. And in the north we count it 90 degree. And in the south we count 90 lines are drawn at each degree. 90 lines this side, 90 line in the south. So southern latitude, northern latitude. But in this paragraph for you is to know equator divides the earth into two equal parts. North is northern hemisphere, south is your southern hemisphere. So we have completed 3 paragraphs. So you understood first one is about globe, a 3-dimensional, and about the Earth's axis, North Pole, South Pole. Second paragraph is telling you about that grid pattern. And third one is about your equator and North Hemisphere and Southern Hemisphere. Alright. Next we have latitudes. Alright. Next we have latitudes. So in latitudes, I told you latitudes are imaginary line running from west to east. Okay, they are running from west to east. Alright, I am drawing some rough lines here. They are west to east running. Okay, the equator is assumed to be the 0 degree, and as I told you, equator is at 0 degree. Parallel from equator, North Pole are called northern latitudes and south. As I told you, those latitudes which are in the north, all these latitudes will be called your north latitude. Okay, and this will be, which is in the south, they will be called your south latitude. We will represent them with S and them with N. Okay. So for the sake of convenience, 90 parallels are taken at each distance of 1 degree. So when geographers made these lines, they have divided into, for the convenience, 90 in the northern hemisphere, 90 in the southern hemisphere, which I can't draw in this blackboard. 90 lines, they are very fine lines. You also will not be able to draw 90 lines in your copy. But in reality, there are 90. Reality means, as geographers have 90 in the north hemisphere, 90 in the southern hemisphere. So the north one, north latitude, south one, south latitude. Okay, so we count here from 1 degree. Okay, if this is first line, we will write 1 degree north. This one 1 degree south. Okay. And if you will reach to the last one, if you draw and this point you reach, here also you draw. So we have learnt about, in the next paragraph you have learnt about uh, latitudes are the horizontal lines running from west to east. Okay. The equator is 0 degree. In the north we have northern hemisphere, north latitude. In the south we have southern hemisphere, south latitude. Okay, we have learned about there are 90 lines in the northern hemisphere, 90 in the southern hemisphere. The last 91 is 90 degree north pole and 90 degree south pole. Okay. And in the given figure, each parallel, or in the book whatever figure is given to you here, they are drawn at 10 degree interval, because 1 degree will be very difficult to draw in the books and copies. Okay, so they have drawn in 10 degree of interval. All right, understood? So this is about today's class. I will continue this class with the important lines. So next paragraph you have about important lines of latitude. There are 5 important lines. We will learn tomorrow. For today this is enough. You revise what is a 3-dimensional model of the earth globe. Okay, what is axis. Okay, then learn what is grid, what is equator, dividing the earth into 2 equal parts. What is latitude? How many latitudes are there in the northern hemisphere? How many in the southern hemisphere? What is north pole? What is south pole? Okay, south pole is your 90 degree latitude. North pole is your 90 degree north latitude. Okay, so today's homework is you will read the chapter again till this paragraph 2 on page 10, and draw this diagram in your book. This diagram you can see, figure parallel of latitude. Alright, and tomorrow we'll continue with the last part of it, that is your important latitudes and longitudes. Have a nice day, enjoy, study also. Thank you.